As I get closer to this smelt, which is coming up in a couple of days, started thinking about my iron powder. See, my problem with my iron powder is that it's incredibly fine, and that's actually great because that means it's going to melt better. If I was just trying to put chunks of rock in there, I'd have a much harder time melting it. However, on the flip side, I'm going to have a lot of air going through my bloomery, and where it's just going to blow out the top. So I've been thinking about that, and I watched a couple of videos. Particularly a guy named Primitive Technology that I really like. And I'm going to try this. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine this powder with some charcoal and with a binding agent. This won't turn it back into rock, but what I'm hoping to do is put it in as lumps, then I can cover it up immediately with more charcoal, and by the time the lump breaks down, hopefully it won't just blow out the top of the bloomery. So just fill this up a little bit and go for it. I'm using a lot of powder here. I suppose I probably ought to be wearing a mask, which I'm not, but what's now going to follow is either the most brilliant thing you've ever seen or the stupidest thing you've ever seen. And I'm willing to put money both ways. This is either going to be the culmination of 2 months of ball milling or the ruination of 2 months of ball milling. It's doing what I want. It's getting lumpy. So you need to make sure it doesn't turn into concrete. I will say it's not Dutch chocolate ice cream. Eating not recommended. I've got about, I think, weather depending 36 hours to get these things to dry, so I'll have to try to convince them to dry, and we'll see what they look like in a couple of days. This is the final product that I'm going to put into my furnace. I have 125 of these, I don't know, medium density sort of blobs. I think that thing probably weighs, 3 ounces. If I have 125 of them, what I'm going to do is throw in 2 blobs every 5 minutes. That's going to take me about 4 hours to put them all in. I'm getting a little concerned about whether this is going to work, but I'm at that point. I've got 2 beautiful days ahead of me, so it's time to assemble and cook. I'm going to go ahead and post this as just a very short segment on getting my ore all ready to go, so please feel free to like and subscribe if you want. You don't have to, but if you want to, please do. Tell your friends if you want, and if you don't, that's fine too. Other than that, we'll see you shortly when I start cooking these things, so have a great day.